When I was in the 5th grade at St. Dominic's in Kingsport, Father Casey came as the pastor, and he befriended my mother and I. She was raising me by herself. We were very poor, didn't even have a car, and he started taking me places that I could never have been taken by my mother, and he took me to North Carolina sometimes, and we did some exciting things, went to the movies, took me out to his farm in Greene County, Tennessee. For the first few months, everything seemed fine. And then everything changed one day when he reached over and unzipped my pants in Kingsport, Tennessee for the first time. And that started 4.5 to 5 years of every imaginable kind of sexual abuse that you could think of. And then my unruliness and my not wanting to go to school anymore led my mother to have the police come and pick me up at Kingsport, where I spent 5 days in jail until my father came down from Louisville, Kentucky and picked me up and took custody of me. After that, I pushed it down deep, never spoke of it, thought maybe it could go away, was taught to white knuckle these things and pray to God and pull up your bootstraps sort of thing. And I tried for many years to do that, but it led to self-destructive behavior. It led to failed marriage after failed marriage, failed friendship after failed friendship, etc. Alcoholism, which I'm a recovering alcoholic, always will be for the rest of my life. I'm now in therapy. Just recently began that in August of '09. And I'm diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder from the childhood sexual abuse that occurred to me. So I will be in therapy for probably the remainder of my life to some degree.
And why did you come forward now?
I couldn't take it anymore. I tried to come forward 10 years ago by telling my mother, but her response was less than what I'd hoped for, and it set me back. I pushed it down deeper again, but the self-destructive behaviors continued, the guilt continued, the shame continued. I thought about the fact that maybe some other kids were being abused because I wasn't speaking. And finally, last June, I reached out for help and found SNAP, Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests, and asked for help and direction. And that's pretty much how it came about.
Do you believe Father Casey has abused anyone else?
Yes, I do. I have no proof, but we know from the statistics through SNAP's extensive work that the average priest abuses 7 to 8 victims. I hope that there aren't any others, but if there are, I hope that this will help them feel like they're not alone anymore and that they can come forward now and begin to heal.
Do you feel like this, what's happened today and this week, is this a step towards putting all this behind you, towards getting over it?
It is the first step, and probably as happy as I've been in over 30 years.
Oh.
And I hope that the healing can accelerate, and that maybe I'm 44 now, maybe I can have some somewhat normal years in my life, what I have left.